How can we file when the IRS is blocking them at this point until the end of the year? So basically the current guidance that I have, and this is recorded September 25th, so this is a completely fluid situation as the IRS only announced the moratorium last week. The guidance that I've had from IRS personnel is that if you qualify for the program, review the eligibility requirements, make sure you really are eligible. But if you qualify for the program, you can still submit the claim. It's just that we won't process it, is what they've told me. I think what's more practical advice at this point is to just wait a little bit, because I'm suspicious that there might be changes in the administrative process, maybe some supplemental information or forms that the IRS wants for future claims. And so my personal stance in the firm is that we're going to wait for a couple weeks and see if there's more announced on proposed changes that they're going to have. And also they're doing a tax controversy conference at the end of October that I'm attending, that I'm hoping that I can get some more answers there, as well as what we should do. Because, there's one thing, there's kind of two different things. It's the what can you do versus what should you do. And my experience in dealing with the IRS is you have to realize you're dealing with very large structural systems that have a lot of problems in them. And if you submit a filing and it has to somehow flow backwards in their system, like they need more information or it just gets snagged on something, that turns into a nightmare situation for the organization. And so, the best thing you can do is if you can wait and then make sure when you're submitting things, you're really following all the IRS processes so that they're not having to ask you for more information, that you're not, submitting a filing after they've changed a requirement or something like that. You just want it to be a very smooth process with them. And so really making sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. And if they change a mailing address for the, where they want these sent or things like that, you just kind of want to catch all that ahead of time, because anything in the paperwork that's slightly off administratively for them, it just creates a lot of problems when something gets snagged in the system, just because, maybe it was submitted to an incorrect address or things like that can really gum it up. So I would recommend waiting at this point for a bit, but you can still file them. They told me, file the claims, but my personal perspective is I just want to make sure everything's going to go through smoothly. If they do intend to make some changes, which if I were them, I would make some changes. So we'll see.